Welcome to Arif Sir Science Hub. Today we're going to talk about Edexcel IGCSE Further Pure Mathematics. This is the part 2 for lesson 1.1.1. So today we'll start the exercise. So now we'll solve these equations. So let's solve these equations. So 3 square root 578. So we can write it like 2 into 17 into 17, then minus square root 162. So we can just write 9 into 9 into 2, then it should be 162 plus 4. We can just simply write 16 into 2, then it should be 32. So 3 square root 2 into 17 square minus 9 square into 2 plus 4 into 4 square into 2. Okay, so we can just bring the 17 from out of this square root. That means 3 into 17 square root 2 minus, we can bring this 9 out of the square root, 9 square root 2 plus we can bring this 4 out of the square root, then 4 into 4 square root 2. Okay, if we multiply this 3 into 17, that means it should be 1 and 5. That means 51. Square root 2 minus 9 square root 2 plus 16 square root 2. If we make the square root 2 common, that means 51 minus 9 plus 16. So 51 plus 16, that means it should be 51 plus 7. That means 58 square root 2 should be the simplified version or the answer. Okay, I think it's clear to you. Okay, let's solve this exercise 14. So here you can see 2 square root 5 into 3 square root 5. So we can make this square root 5 like this: 2 into 3 into square root 5 into square root 5. So 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and we can just make this square root 5 square. We can bring this 5 out of the square root. That means 6 into 5, it should be 30. So that's the answer. Okay, so let's solve another exercise. Exercise number 15 and 16. Okay, so if we solve these equations, 6 into 4, then square root 7 into square root 7, then 6 into 4 is equal to 24, then square root 7 square, that means 24 into 7. Okay, so if we multiply this, then it should be 4 multiplied by 7, then 28, 14 into 2, that means 16, 168. That's the answer. And now we can solve the exercise 16. So we can write it 4 into 6, then square root 8 into square root 8. So 4 into 6, it should be 24, and square root 8 square. So 24 into 8. Okay, so it should be 2, 4 multiplied by 8, then it should be 32. We can write 2 and we can remain 3, then 2 into 8, 16 plus 3. 16 plus 3 is equal to 19. That means 192 is the answer. Okay, so I think it's very clear to you. Okay, now we can solve this exercise 17. So how we can solve this? 6 into 4, then square root 7 into square root 7. We can just multiply this. So 6 into 4 is equal to 24, square root 7. Okay, now we can solve these equations. So how we'll solve this? Okay, easily we can multiply this 6 into 4 minus 6 into 4 into square root 7. So it should be 24 minus 24 square root 7. Okay, so that's the simplified version of this equation, and we can solve this equation too, and this should be your homework. So you have to solve these equations, and you have to submit this solved version as an image or screenshot, and you have to just upload it in the course forum. So the link will be appeared as a QR code, so you have to scan the QR code. It will move you to the link, then you have to just join to the course by just signing up, and you have to give some small information, and the course is entirely free. So you have to just join there, and you'll find a course forum. You have to submit your homework there. Okay, so now let's solve this exercise 21. So if we multiply this, 4 into 1 is equal to 4 plus 4 square root 3 plus 3 into 3 is equal to 9 plus 3 into 2 is equal to 6 square root 3. This 4 and this 9, it should be 13 plus 4 square root 3 plus 6 square root 3. So if we multiply this, then it should be 13 plus 10 square root 3. So that's the answer. Okay, now let's solve this equation 22, or this exercise. So what we have to do, we have to just multiply this 3 square root 2 minus 3 square root 7 minus 5 square root 2, this plus minus is equal to minus 5 square root 7. So 3 square root 2 minus 3 square root 7, then we can just we can just easily make it common. We have 3 square root 2 and 5 square root 2. Then if we just make it subtracted, then minus 2 square root 2 and 3 square root 7 and 5 square root 7, then it should be minus 8 square root 7. Okay, so if we make this minus common, then 2 square root 2 plus 8 square root 7. So there's the answer. Okay, now let's solve this exercise. So what we have to do, we have to multiply this 4 with this 4, and this plus and this minus should be minus 4 square root 3, then plus 4 square root 3. This plus and this minus should be minus square root 3 into square root 3. So 4 into 4, it should be 16, right? Then this minus 4 square root 3 plus 4 square root 3, if we just subtract it, it should be 0. Then minus square root 3 into square root 3, it should be square root 3 squared. Then 16 minus 3, it should be 13. So that's the answer. So again, you have another homework. You have to solve this, and you have to submit this solution to the forum, and you can just easily join the forum by scanning this QR code. You have to just scan this QR code. It will just bring you to the course link, and what you have to do, you have to sign up here. If you are a new member, then you have to sign up, then enroll the course. It's entirely free. Then you have to join the forum. Okay, and in the forum you can submit your solve problem or the homeworks. Okay, so let's see the another problems or another exercise. So in these questions, we have to find the value of 2p square minus 3pq when p has a value. P is equal to square root 2 plus 3, and q has a value, that means q is equal to square root 2 minus 2. So we have to solve these equations like 2p square minus 3pq. We have to solve these equations where we have a given value, p is equal to square root 2 plus 3 and q is equal to square root 2 minus 2. So you have to just give the value of p and q, that means 2, and we have value for p is square root 2 plus 3, then square, minus 3 into square root 2 plus 3, and square root 2 minus 2. This is the value of q. We just put the value of p and q here. Okay, so we can easily simplify this by, we can easily write it like this: 2 into square root 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3, minus 3 into square root 2 plus 3, square root 2 minus 2. Then we can multiply this: 2 square root 2 into square root 2. If you multiply this, then plus, okay, we can just put it in a bracket. So 2, this square root 2 and this square root 2, we multiplied it. Then square root 2 into 3, okay, then plus 3 square root 2 plus 3 into 3, minus, we can just multiply this: square root 2 into square root 2, then minus 2 square root 2, then plus 3 square root 2 minus 3 into 2. So now we can solve these equations. 2, so if we just make the square root 2 square, plus 3 square root 2 plus 3 square root 2 plus 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Then minus, we can simply write square root 2 square. Okay, we can make a bracket, minus 2 square root 2 plus 3 square root 2 minus 3 into 2, that means 6. So what you have to do, 2 into 2 plus, we have 3 square root 2, 3 square root 2, that means we have 6 square root 2 plus 9 minus 3 into 2 minus just square root 2. If we just subtract this 3 square root 2 from and 2 square root 2 and minus 6, then it should be 4 plus 12 square root 2 plus 18 minus 6 plus 3 square root 2 plus 18. Okay, so we have 12 square root 2 and 3 square root 2, that means it should be 15 square root 2 plus, we have the numbers, that means we have to add this 4, 18, then we have to subtract this 6 and we have to add this 18. Okay, so 18 is 36 and 4 it's 40, and if we minus this 6 from 40, that means we'll have 34. Okay, so that's the answer. So that's all for this lesson, and this is the end of the lesson. So if you have any questions, if you have any problems, any doubts, don't hesitate to comment me, or don't forget to just make a comment, so I'll try to give you the answer. And if you want to submit your just homework or your problems in the forum, what you have to do, you have to just follow this QR code and it will give you a link. So go to the link, then you have to sign up this course for free, then you will find the course forum. So in the forum you can just easily submit your problems. So if you have any problems, you can submit in the forum. I will just give you reply immediately or as soon as possible. And all of you, if you are new here, so don't forget to subscribe or don't forget to share it, and definitely see you in the next class. And till then, take care, stay healthy and stay safe.